Joining me on the line right now is Mr. Darius Carter. He is the leader of Crusade for Change, and he is going to be going on METEORIC for Tier 1 Wrestling Friday, May 20th. Tickets are still available. You should get them now. They're $20 and $25 for front row, while at the door they're going to be $25 and $30. Mr. Darius Carter, how are you doing, man?
Doing beautiful, doing fantastic. Thank you for having me today. It's always a pleasure.
I think kind of the biggest question that I have to ask right now is last time you were in Tier 1, you defeated Fred Yehai, and this coming up show, you're going up against Tracy Williams. Two men who right now, as of this recording, are going to be in WWE Cruiserweight Classic qualifiers. Tracy Williams going against Gulak and Fred Yehai going up against TJ Perkins. And you defeated Fred Yehai, and you're just about to face Tracy Williams, and I'm sure that you've been watching a lot of tape, kind of checking him out, what he does, especially in Evolve. I mean, this is beating both these guys has got to put your name on a lot of radars.
And that's the entire purpose. And I'm glad you pointed that out. I'm glad that you illustrated that because the victory here, see, wins matter. Wins matter. And I think that's a concept that have fallen to a lot of people, fallen to the wayside. They just want to have a good match. I just want to have a 4-star, 5-star match. To me, it's not just about that. Yes, I want to have the best match on the show, but I want to win more than anything else. So to say that I've defeated Fred Yehai, and I didn't just beat Fred Yehai, I beat him in the Brass Ring Invitational. So it's not just myself I'm promoting my brand, I'm promoting my idea. So be able to defeat him and then to defeat Tracy Williams, to have two individuals, as you stated, on WWE's radar, the biggest promotion of the big, to have the number one promotion, have people on their radar, have two individuals defeated by me. There's no way. There's no way that the eyes aren't on me at that point. And that's what it's all about. It's all about boosting myself, boosting my own name, boosting my agenda. That's what the Brass Ring Invitational is about. I'm 3-0. I'm undefeated. So to be able to not only be undefeated, but to say that two of those four victories are over people on WWE's radar speaks for itself.
Yeah, I think it says a lot about your talent and what you have your eyes set on. But in Tier 1 wrestling, what are you looking at? I mean, obviously they have their tag titles, they have their champion, their Tier 1 championship. I don't think we can call it World Championship yet. But
Right.
Rude Boy Wale, I know this is a guy that you've crossed paths with. You work in a lot of other promotions with him as well. I have to imagine he's kind of the end goal at all of this.
And he absolutely is. And that's just it. And you again hit the nail on the head. Him and I have competed at several promotions with each other. The difference is we've never competed against each other. So we've shared locker rooms. He knows who I am. I know who he is. And we know that our paths are going to intertwine at some point when it comes to the ring. My thing is, I'm biting it for the time that's right. He's always facing, these names that are coming in and out of promotions. He's got Tony Nese one night, then he has Grant Akuma the next, or what have you. His focus is all over the place, and mine is very, contrarily, mine is very focused. My focus is very laser point. At this time, I'm focusing on the Brass Ring Invitational to keep myself, not to keep myself afloat per se, but to make sure that I'm doing something differently than everyone else. I'm not just waiting for the match card to be announced to know who my opponent is. I'm not one of those people. I've taken the bar, I've taken my own brass ring, and I've set it out. That's what this is about. Every show, you can expect the Brass Ring Invitational, Darius Carter versus blank, until the time comes for me to get that championship opportunity. I'm not going to sit here and beg and cry and grovel for a championship opportunity. It's going to come to me. I'm 3-0 right now. I'm undefeated. I'm the only person that's won two matches in the same show in Tier 1 wrestling history. And I won the shortest match in Tier 1 wrestling when I pinned Atticus Bolt in 34 seconds. So the facts are in the resume. I'm going to collide with Rude Boy, but I'm going to make him wait. He'll find out when it's time for him to find out. So right now it's biding time. That's exactly what it's about. Biding time while in between creating opportunity for myself. Fred Yehai, Tracy Williams. These are opportunities to make for yourself. If you're not going to face the champion, that's the next best thing to do.
I was going to ask you about that. Fred Yehi, you faced him on March to Victory. That was their iPay-per-view debut. From all accounts I've heard, very successful for them in Tier One. How do you think about Tier One management, the opponents that they've brought to you so far? I mean, obviously, not to speak anything about Atticus Bold and Nutritious X, but then you get Fred Yehi, and now you're getting Tracy Williams. Are you happy with the talents they're bringing in for you?
Absolutely. And it only speaks volumes of my own talent. I mean, I'm not going to say that you are your opponent because that's not particularly true. But let's look at it like this. My first Brass Ring invitation was an open challenge that two individuals took on the same night. So Fred Yehi and Tracy Williams and let's say Atticus Bolt and Nutritious X. I
Nutrius
call
X.
him
My
Nutritious. Yeah, I
apologies.
call him. No. I call him Nutritious X because I'm obviously mocking him, which is what he deserves. But no, Nutritious X and Atticus Bolt. Granted, those two may not be in the same contention as Tracy Williams and Fred Yehi, but I also beat both of them in the same night. That counts for something. So that means I beat two individuals in the same night. Then I beat Fred Yehi, and now I have an opportunity at Tracy Williams. The opportunity is coming to me. Tier 1 Wrestling insisted that I faced Tracy Williams because originally I offered the opportunity to anyone but JT Dunn, if we remember this. I said that anyone whose name is not JT Dunn can face me at Tier 1 Wrestling Meteoric. At that point, the promotion decided to take it upon itself and say, you know what? We're going to make sure you have a quality opponent again. You're going to get Tracy Williams. That was their decision, not mine. So they clearly know my ability. They know my talent level. They know what I'm capable of. And me defeating these people only cements that fact. So guess what? While Rude Boy is facing people on the other side of the promotion and he's beating all those names and he's retaining his title, eventually they're going to have to come to me, right? That's what it's all about. Picking your spots, choosing your spots. And you're going to see a lot of that, especially at this next Tier 1 Wrestling show on the 20th. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, no, having yourself, like you said, the Brass Ring Invitational against Tracy Williams, guys like Matt Riddle, Caleb Conley, and even Homicide. Yes, the notorious 187 Homicide is going up against Rubo Raya, the champion on the show. Do you have any thoughts on that match? Just, I mean, the fact that it's the main event and Homicide is such a tie into New York wrestling, and I really get what Tier One is doing, trying to bringing that New York centric theme home with their promotion. How do you think about that match?
Well, that's what it's all about. It's about defending the title, against any and all challengers. And I know that we did mention that maybe Tier 1 Wrestling right now doesn't have a world champion per se, but this man, Rude Boy, has been defending it interstate. He's been defending it across borders. So he's really been building a name for it. And that's what I like. Let him build the name for the title so that when I beat him for it, it means all the much more when I take it from him. It means that much more. And right now, yeah, he's facing Homicide, and I'm not going to lie, I actually have a tremendous amount of respect for Homicide. I spoke with him at a Beyond Wrestling show. It turns out that he is familiar with my work, and it turns out that he did support my work. So that was a great moment that I had with Homicide. But here's the thing, if I was champion facing Homicide, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. I'm going to get quote unquote dirty if need be to secure the victory. Is Rude Boy willing to go to those lengths to keep his championship? He hasn't shown that yet. He's shown that he has the ability, the in ring skill, but will he do what he has to do to get the job done? That I'm not sure. Homicide's a very, very dangerous man. That name is not hyperbole. It's not an overstatement. Homicide is a dangerous, dangerous competitor, something that Rude Boy has not contended with yet. So that's another facet of why I'm doing this. I want to see Rude Boy develop. I want to see him face every type of challenger before he faces me. Why would I want to throw myself at him? I want to see him face the Homicides, the Tony Neses. I want to see how he's able to adapt his style as the premier champion so that when he comes to me, my game plan is 100% accurate. No chance of failure. That's what Darius Carter is about. Zero sum game, no chance of failure. That's my name. That's why I do what I do. And that's why I'm 3 and 0. That's why I beat Frederick Ehi. That's why I beat two guys in the same night. So we could talk about James Rude Boy Riley. We could talk about him. But let's not forget about Darius Carter, who's making a name for himself behind the scenes. That's what it's all about.
I really think you're making your name quite well in front of the scenes, so to speak. I mean, guys like
Well, of
you
course.
and Grant Akuma. But actually, just to touch on that real quick, Grand Akuma, he attacked the champion after the last show. I don't know if you were able to see that from the back or,
Oh yes.
um, but man, what did you think of that? I mean, that's those are the kind of things that we don't normally see out of Akuma, and I'm sure he's on your radar for someone to potentially face in Tier One. Because he is one of the top contenders as well.
Absolutely. And again, the eyes on the prize. You have to know the locker room in which you're sharing. That's the thing about me. And there's this old school mentality, this tradition where you shake everybody's hand in the back. Okay, it's not done just to just for tradition's sake. It's not done. Oh, shake a guy's hand and move on. No, it's so that you know every single person that you're in the locker room with. I know everybody that's on the tier one wrestling roster. I know what they're doing and I know why they did it, even if they don't know themselves. That's what makes me different. That's what makes me unique in 2016. A lot of people now, contrarily to what I'm doing, they go out there, they want to do their thing, want to hit their quote unquote moves, and then they want to come to the back and say, hey, great match. That's not me. I am goal oriented. I have something that I need to succeed. I have a goal that I want I want to accomplish for myself. That's what this is all about. And that's what Grant Akuma doing that. Clearly, he's been doing this 14 plus years. Grant Akuma is a veteran of the game. He doesn't want to sit around. See, his approach was a little bit different than mine because I could have gone out and attacked Rude Boy like that. I didn't because I'm biding my time. The difference is Grant Akuma doesn't want to bide his time anymore. Grant Akuma doesn't want to wait anymore. He's done the waiting. So now he goes ahead and now he attacks him. That saves me from having to do it. You get what I'm saying? Now, these are people, everyone else, when you're the champion, when you're the premier champion, you have a target on your back from everyone in the locker room. You have to know every single person you're sharing the locker room with. Does Rude Boy know everyone he's in the locker room with? Or is he just happy to be tier one champion? That's the difference. That's the question that we need to be asking. Yes, Rude Boy is a great wrestler. Yes, Rude Boy is this. Yes, he's that. But does he have every angle covered for? Does he know every single person that's gunning for him right now? I can tell you right now he doesn't, because that was an example of it. Gran Akuma catching him by surprise. He didn't just catch the fans by surprise. He caught Rude Boy by surprise. When you're a champion, you don't have time to be caught by surprise.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's all a strategy, and I like that. That's where your game is right now. That's where your mindset is. So, speaking on that, any final words that you want to say to Tracy Williams? I don't want to say whether he listens to this show or not, but I'm sure there's enough people that surround him that do. So, any final words for him?
And that's another astute point. You've been making quite a few of them. Here's the thing here. Okay. I've been getting some questions on am I prepared? Okay. How insulting a question. Am I prepared for Tracy Williams? My track record is immaculate. I faced some of the best the world has had to offer over my nearly 7 years of wrestling. And I'm not trying to make it seem like it's been a long time. I'm just saying that I've had a successful career. I faced Jonathan Gresham, one of the best talents that's going in the world today. I faced Bill Carr. I faced incredible talents in singles action, I mean. And this is the point that I'm getting at here. Tracy Williams is in route, okay? He's on the radar for being in the WWE, okay? Is he looking past me? Is he ill prepared for what I have in store for him? Because ever since this match was announced, and great, make no mistake, I already knew about Tracy from previous experiences at Beyond Wrestling in the tournament for Tomorrow 4 singles tournament. He was in that four-way match. It was
Hmm.
me, him, Brian Fury, and Jay Freddy. And if you may recall, he actually had me in a sleeper hold outside of the ring. I had to knock him into the ring post. While that was happening, Brian Fury made Jay Freddy tap out in the middle of the ring. So really, Tracy Williams cost me my opportunity to win the tournament for Tomorrow 4 for Beyond Wrestling. Granted, it's not the same promotion, but the feeling is still there. So not only am I in tune with this individual, not only am I focused in on him because he's in the WWE tournament, but I'm focused in on him because he owes me something. He may not even realize that he owes me. He may not even care because he may be so focused on the big picture, quote unquote, that he's not paying attention to these bookings in between. You can't sleep on Darius Carter. I've made a career out of proving people wrong. The Crusade for Change is all about proving people wrong. Look what we've done with the Crusade for Change. Every single month in, month out, 10-man tags, victorious. You can't sleep on me because that's when I get you. And I guarantee you right now that if I beat Tracy Williams, he won't even know what to say. You can have him on the podcast, and it'll be 15 minutes of silence because he won't know what to say because he was beaten by Darius Carter. Meanwhile, I could tell you every single reason why I beat him. So, Tracy, I hope you're listening. I hope you have friends that are listening because you and I is going to be an incredibly serious match. This is going to be a match that I need to use to my advantage to boost my name, to write my next chapter. You may think yours is already written, but me, even if it's written, I want to rewrite it. Give me all the ink, give me all the pen, give me all the paper. So I look forward to seeing him. I look forward to it, and I hope that he's ready. I hope for his sake that he's ready because I'm a very dangerous man. Very dangerous man.
I don't think anything more needs to be said. But of course, Tier 1 Wrestling, May 20th. Darius Carter, Tracy Williams, Brass Ring Invitational. It's going to be a great match. Before we get out of here, Darius, though, I'd like to give you a chance to kind of promote some of the other shows you're going to be on. As of this recording, you do have you're going to have some matches in Warriors of Wrestling, but also you have shows coming up for let's see, SWF out of New Jersey, and then Beyond Wrestling, a promotion that I think a lot of our listeners are very familiar with you there. So yeah, just tell our listeners where they can check you up on social media and anything like that.
Absolutely. You can find me on Facebook.com/ Mr. Darius Carter. Very easy to find. Also, Twitter.com/ Mr. Darius Carter. I'll be competing tomorrow, Staten Island, New York, for Warriors of Wrestling. That's Full Throttle. That's going to be myself and the Hostile Collective, another stable I lead, against Jinder Mahal and two friends of his, unnamed. So you're going to want to check that out tonight. That's tonight. And then tomorrow is Warriors of Wrestling, A Day as a Warrior. Those matches all get released on YouTube for your viewing pleasure, so that's a great opportunity. And then the 21st would be my following booking with SWF. It's going to be myself and TJ Marconi of the Crusade for Change invading SWF. Last time I was there, I pinned Damian Darling 1-2-3 for the championship, yet the decision was overturned. So there's a lot of controversy there. Make sure you check that out. That's the 21st. And then, of course, the 20th, the day before, is going to be myself and Tracy Williams of WWE quote unquote fame. Okay, that match is going to be happening as we previously discussed. And then the 29th is going to be C5, Beyond Wrestling C5 and Gigantic. It'll be my Crusade for Change against NYWC, 5 individuals from that promotion. So we'll see who ends up being selected. Right now, the only one that they've listed is Randy Summers, one half of the Milk Chocolate. That is, one of them is, well, he's not in the condition to compete after our match that just took place at Head Over Heels. So check those promotions out. Check Facebook.com/ Mr. Darius Carter, Twitter.com/ Mr. Darius Carter.
Appreciate it, man. And show you the time here. And as always, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. And remember that the time for change is now. Appreciate it.